When you get up really, really crazy high in life,
You're too high.
you're Madison Square Garden and all this kind of crazy shit that I was doing. It's like the fall will kill you. It's not human, and there's no oxygen up there, and there's no drag on your wings, and it's lonely, and it doesn't have it's not affected by your feelings anymore. It's just this other thing. When I went back to work and I was like, I'm doing clubs again. How's that going to feel? And I'm sitting in the Funny Bone in St. Louis, and the machine that sends Coke to the bar is next to my head, and I'm sitting there, and there's the smell of chicken wings and pizza, and I'm doing retail comedy. I was happy as fuck. I was so happy to be telling the jokes to people whose faces I could see, and whose admission prices, they're giving that to me as a gift, and they're going home happy. And I got back to that level of comedy, and it was really beautiful. That's where I live now. I mean, I do the theaters because I'm still a fucking pig. I still like it.
I feel confident that I would not have had slaves. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have had any. Even if I lived in 17 whatever in Virginia and all my neighbors had slaves, I would have been like, you guys are dicks. I can say that, but it's easy to say that now because you can't get no slaves. You just can't. You can't get any. That's why you don't have slaves. It's not because you're better than back then people. It's because they're not available. That's a huge contributing factor. It's not a decision you need to make every day, like you're crying your groceries, but oh, fuck, maybe I should. I don't know, I better not, but geez, it would be easier. Because they're not there. It's not like they have slaves at Home Depot. I mean, they kind of do. But I was thinking about that today. I was, because I'm going to see my dad next week. And my dad, let me tell you something, okay? My father is not in a hospice. My dad is in a facility being kept alive. For whose benefit? I don't get it. It's just and they just put food in and just, come on. Keep going. Like, what does he have, a secret he hasn't told yet? Because, look, my mom just died. She just died. That's how it works. By the way, for you young people, here's how life goes. One of your parents is going to die, and the other one is just never going to fucking die. They just will never fucking die. Ever. And guess what? It's not the one you wanted. I have 2 kids. I try to be a better person around my kids. I really do. I try to change my behavior around them. Like, I have rules in my house. They all apply to me. Like, I have a rule that I don't curse around my kids. It's a rule. It does happen. You know, sometimes you have a stressful moment and you're with your kids, so you say something by mistake. Like, one time I was making dinner for my kids, and I gave my daughter a bowl of soup, and I said, here's your fucking soup. But you can see how that was a tough situation. You're supposed to teach your kids right from wrong. I don't know, it's confusing, you know? Some people raise their kids religiously, and that kind of covers it. They kind of go, all this, do that. I'm not raising my kids religiously because I don't feel like it. Just get up on a Sunday. Fuck that. Fuck that. Let your souls rot, kids. I don't care. I'm not getting... Daddy, who's Jesus? None of your business. Go back to bed. But my kids, you know, they're living in the world, and there's a lot of religion in the world, so you do have to teach your kids, if you're not raising them religiously, you do have to teach them about religion, you know? I always tell my kids the same thing. I tell them that there are many religions in the world, and they're all equal, but the Christians are the main one. That's what I tell them. The Christians won. They're the winners, so act accordingly. Congratulate Christians when you meet them, because they won the world. And it's true. It's true. We love to tell ourselves, like, every religion is exactly... No, they're not. The Christians won everything. A long time ago. If you don't believe me, let me ask you a question. What year is it? I mean, come on. What year is it according to the entire human race? And why? What year is it? Anybody, sir, just yell out the year. Thank you. 2016. No, it's 20. That's right. It's 2017. What is that? That's a number. It's not just any number. It must be a very important number because we're counting to it in unison as a species. For thousands of years, we've been going 1, 2, 3. Come on, everybody. 4. And now, come on, Africa. 5, 6. What is this number? We're counting the days since what? Since there was ever people, or since the sun did a something? Not at all. It's been 2017 years since what? Anybody, yell it out. Since, yes, Christ! Christ! That's right. It's been 2017 years since Christ Jesus. We are counting the days since Jesus together. Which makes sense if you're Christian, but what the fuck are the rest of us doing? Jesus was here, Jesus was here, Jesus was here. Everybody, scientists, historians, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus plus 2, Jesus plus 3, Jesus plus 4. Jesus plus 2017 years, 4 months, and 3 days is when your license expires. How is that not a win for the Christians? How is that not a complete win? That's not a Monday off in October. That's there was no time before Jesus. And the whole world's going, okay, sure. And then somebody was like, what about the years before him? There were billions, infinity. Those go backwards. You want us to measure most of history backwards? To accommodate one religion? Uh-huh. All right, we'll do it. It's fine. We'll do it. The whole world. You ever watch New Year's Eve around the world? They always show you like how every country celebrates. It's kind of cool. The first is one little island. It's the first place that's actually the place that it's the year. It's a little island in the Pacific. I don't forget what it's called, but the people, they do a little ceremony for New Year's Eve every year, and they just wear grass because they don't even have sticks yet. They're in the grass age. They have no clocks, but they do a dance. 2017, and it goes around the world. Oh, it's 2017. Death to all Christians in 2017. The Jews are quietly keeping track. It's really 5,766, but that's for us. We're just, that's okay. We're just keeping track for when you snap out of it. It's all right. I'll write yours on my check. I don't want a problem. What about Chinese New Year? Yeah, what about Chinese New Year? All right. Next time you're doing your taxes, just write monkey where the year goes. Just put monkey.
See what happens to your funds. No, it's 2017, year of our Lord. Jesus-y, a clock on the nose. And they made it up. That's the weirdest part, is they got to rename years that had already taken place. Because you know that's not what those years were. You know that, right? That the year 3 wasn't the year 3 during the year 3. Nobody was walking around back then. Hey, what year is it? It's 3. Yeah, but I'm 28. How can I be 28? There's only been 3. Oh, well, see, you were born in BC 24, and there's a 0. Remember it went backwards? Oh, shit, that was stressful. I hated those years. What was that like? What year is it? 10. What year is it now? 9. The fuck is gonna happen? My kids are, they wanted a dog, so I got them a dog. I got them a dog this year, which was a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten the dog. Because we rescued a dog. We got we adopt. Yes, you must, yes, always rescue. If you get a dog, get a rescue dog. Don't get a puppy from those horrible people who professionally raise dogs carefully. No. You need to just get a mystery dog that's been beaten and abused and traumatized on the streets of Puerto Rico and can't talk about it to anyone now. They never know. Do you know anything about the dog? She's afraid of pennies. So we think maybe somebody's been throwing handfuls of pennies at her face. But otherwise, no. So you take this random dog and just put it in your house with your family and watch their personality unfold. This dog is insane. I'll walk into the kitchen and the dog's just standing there alone like this. Like, you all right? Are you all right? My kids are terrified of the dog. My daughter goes to pet the dog goes like this. She's like, should I pet her? I don't think you should ever pet our dog, honey. So I took her to the vet. I took the dog to the vet to ask her what to do, and the vet said, listen, I think there's something you should seriously consider. I was like, please be saying to kill this dog. Please be a doctor that says the dog dies now. But she didn't. She said, I think you should consider Prozac for the dog. I was like, really? She said, yeah, it works. Calms the dog right down. But it's a big decision, and you should think about it. I said, put 4 in her asshole right now. What do I have to think about? I don't give a shit what she's experiencing. Fucking fix it. Give her heroin. Shoot her up. Come on, puppy. Wow, your dog is really chill. Yeah. It only costs $400 a day to keep her like that. Gay men are men. You ever go in a gay-owned business? He's like, can I help you? Like, the gay's in there, but he's fucking tough now. It's my store, motherfucker. What do you want? Gay men are men now. They're fathers, they're husbands, they're men. Today's heterosexual men are faggots. I don't know how that happened. But they're faggots. I'm saying that with love and as an old man on his way out the door, but they're fucking faggots. They're intelligent and they're evolved, but they're with a pajama shorts and it's just pale, almost blue. My wife got a promotion today. Oh, good for you. I'm so happy. I'm happy for them. Sounds like they have a good life together. Boys are hard to raise, man. All my sisters have boys, and I just feel for them because it's really hard, and they really do. Here's the thing, though. Girls are just as hard to raise, but on a whole other level. They're different. Here's the difference to me between boys and girls. Boys fuck things up. Girls are fucked up. That's the difference. Boys just do damage to your house that you can measure in dollars like a hurricane. Girls leave scars in your psyche that you find later like a genocide or an atrocity. And you just stand at your door like, okay, fuck, that was bad. Fuck. Whoa, that shit was, what did I say? Fuck, that was bad. Okay. Okay, everybody. I was changing my daughter the other day, and she's too old for diapers now, but she's still in them, and it's bad because this kid does not poop. This kid craps. This is not okay anymore. I was changing her diaper the other day. It was like a 48-year-old alcoholic man's shit in her diaper. Like she was out all night drinking Jaeger, and she went to Denny's and got a Grand Slam. Ate half of it, got in a fight in the parking lot, and passed out in a Pontiac and shit herself. And her friends drove her home with the windows open and dumped her on my lawn. And now I gotta clean it. And it's crazy. And you can't even react. You can't go like, what the fuck? That's disgusting. You'll fuck them up about their own shit. You gotta be nice. You open her diaper, it's just chaos in there. It's just bananas. It's just, every shit amazes me. I'm never used to it. Everyone, I'm like, okay, wow, what is that? You have been eating diarrhea for a week, I think. Because that's awful. But you can't. You gotta be like, you just go, oh, wow. You really got something there, honey? That's really something. That's really okay. Well, all right, let me scrape that off your knees for you. Just get it down off your back. Just get all this hazmat in one place. Wipe you down. Clean your tiny vagina at the end. Who knew that was going to be my life? I had no idea that my relationship to the vagina was going to be cleaning shit out of a tiny one several times a day. They don't tell you that. When you're getting ready to be a dad, nobody pulls you aside and says, you're going to have to clean the vagina a lot because every time she takes a shit, it goes straight up her twat. They don't tell you that. Nobody tells you. And they should. It's a big part of being a dad. It's bigger than Christmas. It happens every day. And you got to get it right, front to back. It's very important. I'm glad I got girls, though. Girls are great. I don't want to clean shit off of some kid's balls. I'm glad that's not my job. I don't. Boys feel weird about them. I have nephews, they come over and they play in the sprinkler naked with their little red dicks, and I just don't like their little penises bother me. I don't know, I just get this weird feeling like they're gonna come over and fuck my nose or something with their little dicks. I know it's an irrational fear, but it's very real to me. I'm gonna fall asleep in a lawn chair and wake up. Fuck! What are you doing? It's fucking my nose. Like, fuck, get out of there. Control your kids, could you? They're fucking my nose while I'm sleeping. Boys are hard to raise, man. All my sisters have boys, and I just feel for them because it's really hard, and they really do. Here's the thing, though. Girls are just as hard to raise, but on a whole other level. They're different. Here's the difference to me between boys and girls. Boys fuck things up. Girls are fucked up. That's the difference. Boys just do damage to your house that you could measure in dollars like a hurricane. Girls, like, leave scars in your psyche that you find later, like a genocide or an atrocity. Like, my sister-in-law came over once with her little boy. He's like 4 years old, and she comes over, and she's been with him all day, so she's in bad shape. She's got a drink, and she's like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. And I put like an army blanket around her, trying to calm her down. And then her little boy walks up to her. He's got a handful of sand. I don't know where he got it. There's no sand in my home. He's got a handful of it. Walks up to his mom and just throws it right in her drink. It's all she had. And he just ruined it. Really confident, too. Not like this. He was like, yeah, that's where that shit goes, right there. And I was blown away by this because I have girls, they would never dream of doing that. It wouldn't even enter their heads that a person could do that. But they're fucked up. Like my 5-year-old, the other day, one of her toys broke. And she demanded that I break her sister's toy to make it fair. And I did. That's how much shit she gave me. I broke the little toy, and I felt awful. I was like crying. And I look at her, she's got this creepy smile on her face. That's the difference between boys and girls. And it becomes the difference between men and women, really. Because a man will, like, steal your car, or burn your house down, or beat the shit out of you. But a woman will ruin your fucking life. Do you see the difference? Like, a man will cut your arm off and throw it in a river. But he'll leave you as a human being intact. He won't fuck with who you are. Women are non-violent, but they will shit inside of your heart. My wife and I, we've been married for about 9 years now, so we're almost done. And after 9 years and 2 kids, you start looking at each other like, no, no, I'm not gonna just keep doing this. Who would do that? We went to therapy for a while, and the therapist was like, one day he goes, you should go on a date. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm not going. I did go on a date with my wife, and I don't think I'm going to call her again. It wasn't really fun. Some things do get easier as you've been married for a while. You start to understand each other better, and you start looking at yourself more. You spend a lot of your marriage looking at the other person and trying to change them or figure them out. Then you start realizing what you're bringing to the table, and you blame them less for shit, you know? Like, my wife will never fuck me again. I know that now. But I just feel differently about it. I used to get mad. I used to be like, she hasn't fucked me in months. How could she do that to me? Now I look at myself and I'm like, how did she fuck me for years? She fucked me for years. She couldn't possibly have enjoyed most of those fucks. Which means she took about 500 for the team. You gotta respect that shit. I think it's hard for women to have sex if they don't feel like it. It's not a skill they have generally. Men have it. That's just different. We have different sexual skills. Men can fuck whatever. We don't care. We'll fuck you if we don't like you. Everybody knows that. But we'll fuck you even if we don't feel like fucking you. Even if we're not hard. Like, I'll fuck you. Give me a second. I'll find a way. We don't care. We'll fuck things. We'll fuck a rusty keyhole nailed to a donkey's ass. We don't give a shit. We are jizz on demand. We just have we don't care. Women have another skill, which is that they can decide whether or not to have sex with their minds, which is
amazing to me. A woman can decide not to fuck in the middle of fucking. That is so weird to me that they can just stop because of some other shit that distracted them. If I'm fucking you, you could show me a picture of you cutting my mom's head off. And I'll be like, whoa. As soon as I come, we're going to have a talk about that picture. That's really... Because I need to come. I need to. Coming is a need. I came the first time when I was 12 and I haven't skipped a day. I come every day. And I've fucked maybe 20 times in my life, so it's just been me doing most of the work. And I really, I jerk off way too much and it upsets me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's so selfish. I don't know what it is, but I know it's bad. I know I'm hurting somebody somewhere. There's something wrong with it. Like I was thinking the other day that you can figure out how bad a person you are by how soon after September 11th you masturbated, like how long you waited. And for me, it was between the two buildings going down. So I have a feeling that I had to do it. I had to. Otherwise, they win. That's the way I was looking at it at the time. It was a strange time for all of us. And I know you all waited a whole week because you're awesome, but I just couldn't do it. A boner's a boner. It's got to go. Something's got to happen. I'm white, which thank God for that shit, boy. That is a huge leg up. Are you kidding me? Oh, God, I love being white. I really do. Seriously, if you're not white, you're missing out because this shit is thoroughly good. But let me be clear, by the way. I'm not saying that white people are better. I'm saying that being white is clearly better. Who could even argue? If it was an option, I would re-up every year. Oh, yeah, I'll take white again. Absolutely. I've been enjoying that. I'm going to stick with white. Thank you. Here's how great it is to be white. I could get in a time machine and go to any time, and it would be fucking awesome when I get there. That is exclusively a white privilege. Black people can't fuck with time machines. A black guy in a time machine is like, hey, anything before 1980? No, thank you. I don't want to go. But I can go to any time. The year 2? I don't even know what's happening then. But I know when I get there, welcome, we have a table right here for you, sir. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's lovely here in the year 2. I can go to any time. In the past, I don't want to go to the future and find out what happens to white people because we're going to pay hard for this shit. You got to know that. We're not going to just fall from number 1 to 2. They're going to hold us down and fuck us in the ass forever. And we totally deserve it. But for now, whee! Now, if you're white and you don't admit that it's great, you're an asshole. It is great. And I'm a man. How many advantages could one person have? I'm a white man. You can't even hurt my feelings. What can you really call a white man that really digs deep? Hey, cracker. Oh, ruined my day. Boy, shouldn't have called me a cracker. Bringing me back to owning land and people. What a drag. I am married, though. That takes me down a few pegs. The other night, my wife sent me to Walgreens to get toilet paper because we were out of toilet paper because I had thrown it all in the garbage so I could get out of the house. So I'm driving to Walgreens. It was nighttime, and I'm driving, and then I see a deer, and I fucking hate deer. I hate them because they're everywhere up there. I used to live in the city, and I loved deer then because I was this liberal in the city, and I'd see deer, and you're driving with your friends out to the country, and you see a deer, and everybody's like, oh my God, turn off the car, don't scare the deer. It's just so beautiful. Look at the beautiful deer. Look how he looks around. It's just so mysterious and beautiful. God gave us a gift, everybody. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the gift of the beautiful deer.
But now I live in deer are in my fucking yard every day, and they suck. They're just rats with hooves. They don't matter. They have ticks that give you Lyme disease, and they shit everywhere, and they make a noise. Did you know that? They go, oh, they're assholes. They're shit animals. I go out every morning and throw rocks at them, and I try really hard to hit them on the head with rocks. And they don't care. They're like, they don't care. I don't have a gun, but if I did, I would shoot a baby deer in the mouth and feel nothing. I wouldn't feel anything. I just go, oh, look, he's dead. That's interesting. I guess that's what happens when you shoot him in the fucking mouth. I go out of my way to kill a deer. I would happily blow 20 guys in an alley with bleedy dicks so I could get AIDS and then fuck a deer and kill it with my AIDS. I would do that in a second. I mean it. I mean it. So I see this deer, and this is how dumb these deer. I hit him with the headlights, and he does that whole thing, and then he won't just go. He's like, "Can I go? Is it okay if I go?" Like and I'm like, "Fucking go! You're gonna go." He's like, "Can go?" Like, just go! And then I get close, and I try to kind of get away from him, and then I see him, and he looks at me, and he panics. I swear, and he ran and smashed his body into my fucking car. Like, just fucking destroyed my mirror, just shattered my mirror, broke his neck. I heard him break his own fucking neck, and then he just dragged his stupid deer head into the woods, and he died. And I'm glad he's dead. I was glad right away. I got out of my car, I did, and I yelled into the woods, "I'm glad you're dead, you fucking idiot!" I hope your dear wife finds you dead and dies of a broken heart. I hope your dear baby starved to death. You broke my mirror, you faggot, cunt, nigger deer. But you got to be careful what you name your kid. You do have to be careful because what happens is other kids in school are going to make fun of them. They're going to make fun of their name. And you don't have to give them a weird name because they can do it with any name. Kids are geniuses at that. Any name. They take it, they go Louis Screwy, Joey Blowy, Mike, your mother's a dyke, whatever. They find a way, these kids. Any name. What's your name? Eric, you fucking asshole. See, just like that. Lightning speed these kids got. What's your name? Joe, eat a bag of shit, cunt face. You see, just like that. He got that all through school and cried like a pussy. It's not gonna happen to my little girl. My daughter is really something else, man. She runs the house. She runs the whole house. She decides everything. Like we were playing hide and seek the other day. We play hide and seek, and we play by her rules that she invented. And do you know why? Because she sucks at hide and seek. And so she covers it with this fucking ruse to level the playing field. And I gotta fucking pretend it's all that she's great. No, it's bullshit. Like, we're playing... No, fucking... I know she's a kid, but fucking listen. When it's my turn to hide, she tells me where to hide. She tells me where. She goes, hide in the closet, Papa, but you're going to know where hide in the closet! All right, fuck, I'll hide in the closet. Good, fine. Now I'm standing in the closet like an asshole. She comes in, I found you. She's like shitty about it, like, I found you. And I'm like, wow. How did you figure out where you told me to fucking hide? And then when she hides, this is her hiding. She goes over to a wall and does this. She goes, that's it. There's nothing here. What the fuck is this? Like this is some ninja invisibility crouch. And I gotta act like an idiot. I can't just walk in and go, yeah, you're there. because she'll cry and shit her pants, right? So I gotta walk around like an asshole. Where is she? I have no idea. Where could she be? I'm making eye contact. I don't see her. It's amazing to me. The other day we're playing, this is how things have gotten in my house, okay? Here's a very good example of where it's gone. We're playing a version of hide and seek where my wife and I have to decide together where to look. She likes that. She's like, Mama, you tell Papa where to look. Okay, well, fine. So she's over there hiding like this, just in plain sight. And my wife and I, my wife's like, why don't you look under the bed? I'm like, okay. She's not there. And then she says, why don't you look in the linen closet? Okay, so I open the closet. She goes, that's not the linen closet. We don't put that in there anymore. All right, fucking Jesus. All right, I'll look in. So I look in that. Why would she be in that closet? That has shelves. She can't stand in a shelf. Well, maybe she's crawled in a shelf. Now we're having a fight about where to look for this fucking kid who's standing right there. She totally runs the house. I remember Halloween last year, a couple of days before Halloween, my wife comes up to me and she's like, we have to get you a cat costume. No, we don't, actually. No, we do, because she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know. It's like she's a guy with a gun in the other room. That's what it's like. She's like, she thinks you're going to be a cat. I don't know how she got it in her head, but she's expecting to be a cat on Halloween. I was going to tell her to go fuck herself, because I'm not doing it. I'm not afraid of her. She's 2. I'll fucking fight her. I could take her. I could beat the shit out of thousands of 2-year-olds all day, just walk around. They would never even gang up on me. They suck. I'm not afraid of her. So my wife decided that she wanted to get pregnant again. She decided it. And this is back in August. She told me, you need to be in town next week. Why? Because I'm getting, I'm ovulating. So, not do you want another kid, just be in town. That's how she handles it. I'm like, I don't want another kid, so fuck it. And she's like, all right. Next week, she starts blowing me, right? Now, she hasn't blown me in, Jesus, I don't know if I've ever been blown. That's how long it is. She's blowing me on the day she's ovulating. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, yeah, you love it. I think she digs me now. Fucking stupid. So she's having another baby any day now. She's due, and it's true. She's fucking the whole thing. And a lot of people call those people white trash. And I love that expression, white trash, because it's the only racial expression that you can use, and nobody gets offended. Nobody gives a shit. When you say white trash, nobody goes, hey, don't talk like that about them. That's not nice. Nobody defends white trash. You could be talking to the most liberal hippie in the world. Hey, I saw this guy, he was white trash. He'll go, ha ha, fuck that guy. White trash loser.
Personal confidence is like a man wearing white pants. That takes, tremendous confidence and optimism, really. To leave the house in white pants it's going to be a great day. There's going to be no puddles or pizza, nothing. I could never wear white pants because I'll get my period, first of all. I know that. Or diarrhea, more likely. That's really my period. Diarrhea. About once a month, I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. Better just get home. And don't make any big decisions today. It's true, don't make, if you have diarrhea, don't negotiate. It's a bad bargaining position. If I have diarrhea, you stand between me and the toilet, I'll sell you my house for 10 cents.
Because in places where that doesn't happen, people are just too free and they're just a bummer, I was once on Venice Beach and I'm jogging, and there's this guy rollerblading towards me. And he's got rollerblades on and just a thong. Just a fucking thong that's just grabbing his dick and balls and just fighting with it, going, stay in there. And then he's just totally naked otherwise, and he's got this Kenny G hair, and he's just rollerblading free. And I actually had to stop jogging because I needed my whole body to fucking hate this guy with. I had to just stand there and go, oh, you motherfucker. Now I have to know you exist, you piece of shit. Fucking go skating to an AIDS tree, you motherfucker. All right, now. I don't know. I've started to kind of hate people, and it's not because I have anything against them. It's just I enjoy it. It's just recreation. Like, you know when you're at the bank and you got nothing to do while you're waiting in line, so you just pick people to hate while you're waiting. You just look at someone and form an opinion with no information. And it's never positive. Who fucking wastes their time? I bet he's a hard worker. Who thinks about that shit? Skip over those people. Then you find a guy, oh, look at his shoes. What a fucking asshole. Oh, look at that piece of shit. Hope he dies today. Oh, God, I hate him. I hate him. You watch all the shit. Yeah, fill it out, you fuckface. Fill it out. Yeah, you filled it out. I knew it. You suck. He's just standing there. He has no idea you're just boiling with hate, you know? I feel people hating me sometimes, you know, like, I was at the post office and I'm at the line, you know, it's one of those things where there's a long line and one window open. So everyone's just like, everyone's mad. But when you're in the line, you're in the hate group. You get to be part of the group and you're all looking at each other going, like a silent movie of impatient people, you know. Then there's always one person who breaks the silence, somebody who has an idea, you know, like, they should open another window. And everybody's like, yeah, I know, I don't even know. I don't even know how to do it. Then there's always an old lady who has a story. I was here on Wednesday, and there was also a line like this. Holy shit, really? Oh my God, you fucking old lady, that's amazing. But anyway, then it's your turn at the window, right? And now everybody's looking at you and you feel the scrutiny of how quickly you're mailing your shit. You start realizing how unimportant your package is and you feel like they can tell. You know, fuck, get out of there, you don't need to mail that right now. And it's like, if you do one little extra thing, like, do you have those stamps that have Jackie Robinson behind you? You're like, Jesus. Fucking dude. They put their shit down heavily like, fuck now, this motherfucker's gonna make me stand here while he buys fucking stamps at the post office? Are you shitting me? No religion teaches that when you die, you get to ruin heaven for your dead spouse. Why is that fair? Richard's been dead for 10 years. He's been in heaven for 10 years. And somebody comes up to him, hey, your wife is coming. What? Excuse me, what did you just walk up and say to me just now? Yeah, Rose just died. She'll be here in about 20 minutes. They just gotta hose her down and tape the wings on. And then you're gonna be together forever. Wait a minute. Fuck. You said this was heaven. Why is this? I have a girlfriend here now. I don't want to fucking... She's the love of your life. She's not the love of my death, motherfucker.
There's a homeless guy who lives, he doesn't live anywhere, but, I mean, he's, by definition, he's at large. But he's often seen, he's always on the corner by my house. Same guy, every day. And I walk past him every day on the way to the store. I go to the same store every day. I go to Claire's. I don't know if you know Claire's. But anyway, when I walk by this homeless guy in the morning, he always goes, hey, man, can you help me out? And I go, sure, I give him $5. Then I go to the store. 5 minutes later, I walk by, and he says, hey, man, he doesn't remember. Which is fine, but I don't want to give him another $5, you know? Because I only have a few million. I don't know why. I don't know why. I clearly should. I don't know what makes me go, You had your $5, young man. What am I going to spoil him?
And I had my daughter, my 6-year-old, on my arm like this. She was like clamped on, and she's kicking. It was so much fun. And then she got off, and another random child just clamped on. I was like, bleh! It's like a rat. Get off of me. But I love you. I don't know you, kid. Stop it. I think the kid's dead. I don't know what happened. Some kids in my kids' class, I like some of those kids. Some of those kids are cool. They come over to my house, they play with I like them. Other kids I don't like, especially little boys. Little boys in my kids' class, I hate them. I hate little boys. I'm like the opposite of a pedophile. I just hate. There's one kid in my daughter's class who I hate so much. And it's really fucked up because I'm 44 and I hate a 6-year-old. I mean, I hate him with a grown-up, preoccupying hate. I've thought about him 3 times since I came out here. That's how much I really hate this kid. I'm going to tell you about him, and I have to make up a name because he's a real child who lives in this city, so I have to make up a name in order to tell the story about him. His name is just Zan the Puss. Let's just call him just Zan the Puss. Fine. Okay. He's in my daughter's class. They're in 1st grade. And when we take our kids to class, there's a little procedure. You bring your kid to school, and they have their backpack and their jacket, and they go to their cubby, and they take it all off, and they put it in the cubby. Then they take their the homework folder and their lunchbox and put them in the bins. Those are their little responsibilities. You help them do it, so they'll blah, 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 blah. But Jazan the Puss, when he comes in, he doesn't do none of that shit. He just walks in and just sheds it all. He just... And his mom, his weak piece of shit mom, picks it all up. I hate his mother. Because you hate a weak parent when you're a parent. Because it's like you're raising Hitler, motherfucker. Do your job. Get in there. If our parent group in our class were a platoon of soldiers, she'd be the one that we'd put soap bars and socks and... We'd frag that bitch in her sleep. She would wash right the fuck out. She wouldn't make it. When Jazan the Puss drops his shit, this bitch picks it up. She doesn't, she just goes, I'm Jazan the Puss. He does like you, I'm just doing a thing. I'll get it though, and then I'll put it all in the bins for him. And she puts it all away for him, which frees him up to punch other kids in the face. Because he's a shitty, horrible, violent child. One time I was at school, and I was volunteering at recess. It's something that you do, you know, if you're a good parent, about once a month or whatever it is, you go to school, and you just stand there, you watch recess, you masturbate, whatever you want to do. That is now the worst thing. That's the worst thing now. Now that's the worst thing I ever said. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll find it. I mean, you could. It's a public school. Nobody would even give a shit. But I haven't thus far. Hasn't gotten that bad. Anyway, I'm watching Recess, and Recess is a trip. If you've never been to Recess, it's intense because it's like the universe. Like, you know, if you watch the ocean crash waves on the beach for a long time, you start feeling like you're understanding how everything works. That's what Recess is like, because every natural chaotic energy is represented at Recess. There's kids swirling around in these big roiling crazy things. There's one kid just spazzing out, just some singularity kid, just a binary system of 2 kids holding hands, and they're running and just clotheslining every child at a certain height. They're keeping a uniform height to the playground. So I'm watching Recess, and I see Xanthopus, and he's walking with this evil. This kid is like evil, stuck out of time. He's like, I always picture him in a gray fur coat with bones in it, and lots of rings from people that he killed, and just walking. And then I see my daughter, and she's standing there just by herself. And there's Xanthopus, and I know he's going for her. It was like an action movie thriller. It's like dun, 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 dun. And I think to myself, I gotta go there and I gotta protect her. But then I thought, let him do a little something first. Let him do just a little something, because I want this kid in my life. I want a reason. I want aerial photos of him doing some shit to my family that I can bring to the UN and get authority to waterboard this little motherfucker. I want to get him on a flight to Venezuela with an envelope on his head and duct tape and all that shit. So anyway, he goes for her, grabs her arm, starts twisting it. She goes, nah! I run over. I'm just knocking kids over. I run, grab him. And I look in his little face and I go, listen to me, Xanthopus. If you ever in your life touch her again. And as I'm doing this, I realize this is not cool that I'm doing this. This is totally inappropriate. It's really wrong. It's way over the top. It's too grown up. I mean, it's like he's a drug dealer in my building that I finally fucking... This ends now, motherfucker. I will cut you. I don't care. And he just starts crying pitifully, and I just walked away from him. I just got away. And then all the teachers, everybody that gathers around, Xanthopus, what's wrong with you? And he's like, and he couldn't articulate it because he's not getting educated. Fuck him. I was there going, yeah, you could have told on me, bitch, but you're too stupid now, which is your own fault. You future ditch-digging piece of shit. Oh, I'm gonna love watching you grow up into nothing, motherfucker. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna fuck your mom and not call her, too. I'm gonna ruin her summer. I'm gonna fuck your mom twice and then never call her. And I don't know your dad because he ran out on you, but I'm gonna find him, I'm gonna turn myself gay, and then I'm gonna fuck him too. I'm gonna suck his dick so good that he just has to change his whole life. And I'm gonna move into a place with him in the village for a couple of months, and totally he'll cut off ties to all his life and start wearing cutoffs that are really tight, and and then I'll go to some Christian turn you not gay place, and then I'll come back and go, what's wrong with you, faggot, and make him feel bad inside. Like, what has he done? Well, you gotta protect your kids. You gotta look after them. You gotta protect your kids. You gotta do it, man. Nice sauce. Is that good? Yeah, let me show you. Shit! Let me have some of that. That just destroyed my anus. Anyway, I got kids, and sort of what I'm trying to say. It's hard having kids because it's boring. That really is the hardest part of having kids. Ask any parent, what's the hard part? Is it looking after their health care? Is it making sure that their education? No, it's just being with them on the floor while they be children. It's just, they read Clifford the Big Red Dog to you at a rate of 50 minutes a page, and you have to sit there and be horribly proud and bored at the same time. I hate Clifford the Big Red Dog. I hate him. There's 50 books about Clifford the Big Red Dog. 50 books. There's 7 books about Narnia. that cover the birth and death of a nation, and mice with swords, and a lion who's a god. They did it in 7 books. 50 books about Clifford, the big red dog. And they all tell the exact same story. Look how big this dog is. That's it. That's it. Look how big this dog is. It's the whole book. Here's how big he was at the firehouse. Here's how big he was at Thanksgiving. Who gives a shit? You just drew him big. You just on purpose made him bigger than people. It should be, look how big I drew the dog in this book. Isn't that a mistake? There's no story. You maybe even just drew him closer to the page. I don't even know if you did it honestly. Tell a story about Clifford. Make something happen where maybe he steps on a policeman and shatters his spine, and it's devastating to the community. He hangs on for 2 months and then dies. And there's a whole, funeral with bagpipes and everybody's crying. And Clifford gets the death penalty, and there's a whole book about his appeal process and how he found Jesus, but everybody said it was bullshit. And the cop's wife was like, I want that dog dead. And then he goes to the chair and they shave all his red fur off, and now he's Clifford the big pig dog. And they put him on a big funny electric chair that the town got together and built. It's boring having kids. You gotta play kid games. You gotta play board games. Little kid board games where you and you go tick, 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 tick. You got a 6, honey. 1, 2, 3. It's just here. Just go here. It's just. Daddy, I'm learning. I know you're gonna grow up stupid because I'm bored. I can't take it, baby. I can't watch it. I'm bored more than I love you. I can't. Come on. My girls are 6 and 9 now. They're actually a really exciting age because they're learning to do some cool stuff. I play Monopoly with my kids. That's really fun. My 9-year-old, she can totally do Monopoly. The 6-year-old actually totally gets how the game works, but she's not emotionally developed enough to handle her inevitable loss in every game of Monopoly. Because a Monopoly loss is dark. It's heavy. It's not like when you lose at, Candyland. Oh, you got stuck in the fudgy thing, baby. Oh, well, you're in the gummy twirlios and you didn't get to win. But when she loses at Monopoly, I gotta look at her little face and I go, okay, so here's what's gonna happen now, okay? All your property, everything you have, all the railroads, your houses, all your money, that's mine now. Gotta give it all to me. No? Give it to me. That's right. And no, you can't play anymore, see, because even though you're giving me all of that, it doesn't even touch how much you owe me. It doesn't even touch it, baby. You're going down hard. It's really bad. All you've been working for all day, I'm gonna take it now, and I'm gonna use it to destroy your sister. I'm gonna ruin her. It's just mayhem on this board for her now. When you have kids, you also have to belong to kid and parent culture. You have to know a lot of parents and a lot of other kids. You have to hang out with other kids. Sometimes they're not even kids you know. Like when I go to parks with my kids, I play with them. I play with my kids. Some people don't do that. They neglect they just take their kids to the parks so they don't have to talk to them, and those kids kind of glom on to our shit. Like I'll be sitting at the park playing a fun game with my kids, and then there's this woman over in a bench and she's got her phone, she's just staring at her phone, and her kid's like, Mommy, talk. Just leave me alone, I'm trying to cheat on your father. Stop it. And then the kid comes up to us, can I be in your family? It's creepy. One time I was at a swimming pool with my kids, a public pool.
If nobody ever told me not to animals, if no one
If no one ever said you should not have sex with animals, I would totally have sex with animals all of the time. The only reason I don't have sex with animals is because I'm not supposed to and somebody told it to me. I would totally have sex with most monkeys, probably. Why not? No, you know what? I wouldn't, for one reason, because I think it would be rape. I don't think any animal is attracted to any human being. I don't think it's morally wrong. I really don't, except for that I don't think the animal's into it. If you can get an animal horny, go ahead, man. Go ahead and it. If you can finger a monkey and the monkey's like, ooh. Get in there, man. You earned it. You earned it. I really think if I was alone on the earth, if I found myself alone on planet Earth, no other humans, I would have sex with a monkey in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's really not long enough to be sure you're alone on the earth even. That's like getting a little... I walk outside, there's not much traffic. Oh my God, it's just me. I'm gonna have sex with a monkey right now. Oh no, there's a person. I remember one time I was with a friend of mine who lives in New York also, and we went to pick up his cousin. She lived on a farm in New Hampshire her whole life. Her family is this weird family. They kept their kids on a farm. Anyway, her parents finally died, so she got to leave. And so she came down to visit her cousin, my friend, in the city. And so we picked her up at Port Authority bus station. She had never been to any city before, and we're picking her up at the Port Authority, that smelly hole of a place. And we pick her up there, and she's just freaking out at New York. She's never seen anything like it. And we pass this homeless guy, and she sees him. I mean, we all passed him, but she saw him. She's the only one who actually saw him. We didn't. Me and her cousin were like, so he's supposed to be there. So there's a perfectly good reason why that's not me and it's him. It's all the right people always win. I'm sure of it. But so there he is, and this dude was particularly homeless. He was one of those high-octane homeless, smelly, just piss smell. The unbelievable piss smell. He was piss. He didn't just smell like piss. He was. When you piss, he comes out. That's how much. It's just this dude with garbage all over him. I don't know if he had gathered it for warmth, or folks just went ugh all day. And he had dreadlocks. Not hacky sack, cool guy, medical marijuana dreadlocks. Just human neglect clumps of hair. A clump of hair for every year that no one knew his name or cared. Yeah, that's what you've been laughing at for the last 10 minutes. That's how bad it was. And again, me and my friend were just like, meh. His cousin immediately just she's like, oh my God, she takes a knee. That's how, I'm not even taking a real knee now. That's how little I give a shit about the guy. He's not even here and I'm still like, yeah, it's close enough. She goes, oh my God, sir, are you okay? What happened? What happened? America happened. What do you mean, what happened? So she's down there, sir, can we call someone? And me and my friend, we're from New York, this is the crazy part. We immediately go to her, oh, no, honey, don't, We start correcting her behavior like she's doing something wrong. She's like, why, is he okay? No, he needs you desperately. That's not the point. We just don't do that here. You silly country girl. It's amazing how entitled people think they are. People really think that they have shit coming to them, you know? And people think nothing bad should ever happen to them. For some reason, you shouldn't even have accidents happen to you. I was in a restaurant the other day. This guy, the waiter spilled some stuff on his coat, and he did that thing we all do now when we get stuff spilled. He was like, what is the meaning of this? Just so outraged. Do you know who I am? Yeah, you're the asshole who was sitting there when that happened. So what? Maybe you'll get hit by a car someday. Nobody gives a shit. You're not entitled to anything in this world. You have to realize that from the moment you're born, from the moment the last of your body leaves your mother's vagina, from the moment that your foot stops touching your mother's vagina for the last time, hopefully, unless you later kick your mother in the vagina, which you should not do. Just my opinion, but you should not. There are very few legitimate reasons to kick your mother in the vagina. There's 7 of them, actually. But I'm not going to tell you what they are, because you'll... I know what you'll do. I don't know. I'm supposed to give my kids values. I don't have any of those. I used to, but they're melting away. They finally are. You know, you get instilled with values by your parents and by school, whatever else. You know, society teaches you things, teaches you how to be a good person. But you ever feel for your real values inside? Like who you would be if you had no guidance? Like, I think about that sometimes. Like, what are the things I believe in my marrow that I can't really, that had to be shaved away? They're coming back now. Like, here's one. I really, somewhere deep down, I believe that if you murder somebody and you never get caught, it's fine. You kind of didn't do anything wrong. Here's another one. Another thing I believe, deep down again, is that gay people should stop doing that. Because, and not for any moral or societal reason, I don't give a shit. I have gay friends. That's love. You should respect what they want to do with their lives. But they're doing it wrong. It's not supposed to be 2 vaginas smushed together. It doesn't make any sense. It's like 2 buckets and you hold the openings against each other. There's nothing being accomplished. You need to put a thing in a thing. Otherwise, what are you doing? I mean, gay guys, I get it, because they're putting a dick in a place. In an ass of a man. Which, by the way, what better place to put a dick than a man's ass? It's perfect. Even a vagina is awkward. You have to go up and in, and you have to kind of, or she has to splay herself, and you have to go like this. It just looks weird, even. But a guy, you just walk up to him, and your dick's in his ass. That's it. You just walk up behind him. And it's that simple. Just, I'm gay. That's it. You just walk up, you're gay. And then somebody goes into you. That's how we were packed originally, to save space. But the 2 holes bump. What the hell are you doing? It's wrong. Not morally, just geometrically. I think there's a hell, and I think I'm going. And like a friend of mine was telling me about how he had sex with a hooker, and it turned out to be a guy. And it was like a horrible thing for him, and he had to get over it with therapy. And as I'm listening to this, I realized, shit, that happened to me too. And the upsetting part of it wasn't that it happened, but that I had forgotten. This wasn't like a landmark in my life like it was for him. I was like, oh yeah, no shit, I f***ed a guy once back in Montreal. I forgot about that. Yeah, I remember learning about sex when I was a kid. I wanted to know what sex was because I just had boners all the time. I went to my dad. I asked my dad what sex was because I knew that sex existed. I didn't know what it was. So I asked my dad. And he told me. Here's what my dad said.
Wait until she is mad with desire, begging you to penetrate. Touch her and she will explode.
I was 7 years old. Let me explain that. I was 7 years old. He's telling me how to make like a 35-year-old woman come. Who like really knows herself. So they taught us sex in school. And all they did was scare the shit out of me. Because they show you these diagrams of like a penis, just this huge penis, and it's cut in half lengthwise. Like, yeah, that's what your dick would look like if I ripped off half of it and threw it in the garbage. I didn't understand anything that they taught us. It was just scared me because I thought, like, I was a bad student. I had a hard time focusing on what they were telling me about all these tubes and shit. I thought for like 5 years that from watching this whole thing, that when you have sex, you come and one of your balls comes out. That's what I thought happens, that you have to come a ball out of that little hole, the tip of your dick. I was terrified. That's what I thought. You just, and you push a ball out, and she's screaming, and there's blood everywhere. And you can only do it twice, and then you're out of balls. That's what I thought. You come twice and have 2 babies, and then you just walk around with an empty sack for the rest of your life. Which turned out to be true, but I was a piece of shit when I was a kid. I stole a kid's bike when I was a kid, and then somebody stole it from me. That's what happens. And I couldn't take it back from him because he was bigger than me. He could kick my ass. And I've never been in a fight. I've never been in a fight. I've never beat anybody up. I've never sucked a guy's dick. Those 2 things I never did was beat somebody up or suck a guy's dick. And I mentioned those 2 because those are the 2 things I never did. Like, I would say things that I'll never do, that I've crossed the line where I never will do them because I'm 42 and it would just be a weird time to start, is fighting, blowing guys, and skiing. I think those are the 3 things that the window has closed on learning to ski, starting to be a fighting person, or blowing men. Who starts blowing guys at 42?
If there is a God, then that dude is an asshole, which I know is not a popular belief, but I do think he's an asshole because every story, Abraham, he went to Abraham in the middle of the night. There's only like 8 guys then, and God would just, once in a while, he'd just bother one of them. So God went to Abraham's house and he's like, Abraham, wake up, man. And Abraham's like, dude, what is up? What is up? And God goes, kill your son. Dude, kill your son. And Abraham's like, you mean Isaac? I don't know his name. Just kill him. Just kill him. Ah. I'm God. Kill him. And Abraham goes, why? Because you don't love me if you don't do it. You don't love me. Do it! So Abraham's like, dude, you are insecure. I don't understand you. But okay, fine. Goes, wakes up Isaac, takes him to a mountain somewhere. I don't know why he had to be all drama queen about it and take him to a mountain. Could have just killed him in his sleep and go back to sleep. But he took him woke the poor kid up, dressed him, took him to a mountain. Kid's like, Daddy, what are we doing? Oh, just gonna murder you. Goes like this. God shows up right before he does it. Goes, hey, what are you doing? This is in the Bible, I swear to God. Isaac and Abraham goes, I'm killing Isaac. And God's like, why would you? That's your kid. What is wrong with you? And he's like, and he just went home feeling like a piece of shit. That God is like a shitty girlfriend. You won't do it because you don't love me. Okay, I'll do it. Why are you doing it? What the do you want from me? But that's a sin, to say the Lord's name in vain. But you don't even have to say something that terrible. You can go to hell just for saying Jesus Christ with a tone in your voice. It's all the tone in your voice. That's the weird part. It's very subtle sin, because you can say, Jesus Christ, you're fine. But if you say, Jesus Christ, you go to hell forever. Just for saying it like that. There must be at least one dude who was right on the line. Who was like, Jesus Christ. And then he was in hell. He's like, seriously? For that? That's it? Seriously? It was a huge pumpkin. What was I going to not say anything? It's one of the top 10 commandments. It's in the 10 commandments to not take the Lord's name in vain. Rape isn't up there, by the way. Rape is not a 10 commandment. But don't say the dude's name with a shitty attitude. I think it's so unfair, though, to send people to hell for saying Jesus Christ, because it's just too satisfying. I don't know why that is, but it just feels good. Oh, Jesus Christ! It just feels good. It cleans you out. I don't know why. Whether you're angry or in pain or having sex or all three at the same time. What did folks say before that dude? How did anybody express themselves in a big moment before Jesus? Even the people that knew him. How did the people watching him be crucified, what could they even say watching that happen? They're like, that is bananas. I was at the airport with my kids. I was at JFK, and they had to go to the bathroom, and I had to go to the bathroom. So take yourself through that logically. What do I do? What do I do? I can't take them to the ladies' room. I can't just go on in there, girls, into the public restroom of an international airport. Just release my custody of them to whoever's in there. Go ahead, good luck to you. Maybe I'll see you later. So I gotta take them into the men's room. That's what I have to do, is take them into the John F. Kennedy Airport men's room. Look, girls, 9 penises. 9 penises that are all peeing at the same time. 9 farting men from all over the world with their dicks out, shaking off droplets of pee from their syphilitic penises. Look, 3 of them have foreskins. You can see the difference now. What am I gonna do? So I usher them past the parade of penises into a stall, the Shangri-La of a stall, the sanctity of an airport bathroom stall, number 5 out of 10. And we're in there like this, and there's a guy shitting, and there's a guy right here. I'm looking at the foot of a shitting man. This foot, he's trying to get leverage so he can shit harder. And he is shitting like, oh my God, just plop, plop, plop. It sounded like soup cans and pennies just tumbling into the water. Like his asshole dilated like this, and the world fell out of it into the toilet. And he's going, ugh. And then I hear him go, oh. So now I know that he's spitting past his dick into his own shit and piss. And he's literally 14 inches away from my daughter's little face. And I get to know that that's what's going on in there. I think about killing myself sometimes, I'll be honest with you. And it's not from depression. It's not one of those, pathetic kind of like, I hate my life, I want to kill myself and end the pain. It's not like that. It's like a fantasy. I'm like, oh, what if I died? That would be awesome. I just look at the river and I'm like, I just want to get in there and just get all snuggly in the river and die in it. Putting the kids to bed is torture. That's the hardest thing in the world to do because they don't want to sleep. They're just laying there. They have to sleep. It's important that they sleep. Otherwise, they're just pieces of shit the next day. I want to sleep. I just want to stop them. I want it to stop. And I love my kids. They're great. But I just want, at the end of the day, I got nothing left. And they're just laying there like Clockwork Orange. They have no interest in going to sleep. I just want to stop their ceaseless joy for life. So I can watch Cash Cab and jack off and pass out. I want the joy and challenge of parenthood to end so I can go eat all the ice cream in the freezer that they have no idea is there. And it would break their hearts if they knew how much ice cream I keep in the house. It's like a restaurant. It's a disgusting amount of ice cream. And it's not for them. I never give them ice cream. It's mine. I wait till they're asleep and I eat it in their room above their beds in the dark. That's right, it's mine. They won't fall asleep. And they say all sorts of cool stuff at night too, but I don't want to hear it. I don't. I want them to be asleep. The other night I thought my kids, I was like, I think they're asleep. Then I hear, Daddy, birds are like paintbrushes that make colors in the sky. Honey, shut your mouth right now. Just shut your goddamn mouth! I will kill a bird in front of you.